we're both going through a divorce or any kind of those proceedings. Any lawyer that I see, you can't see them. Because they can't be your lawyer because I already told them my part of the story technically, so they would know
even if you have a consultation with them?
Exactly.
Damn.
So what some people do is they go and see all the lawyers and shit in that area so the other person can't have the a quality lawyer. Like, that's the type of nasty shit that occurs.
People do that with, like, their kids involved.
With the people they fucking claim they love and smush cake in their face and shit while dancing in front of the Lord and the family.
If you want to keep it all jokes aside a book, divorce and kids shit should definitely be able to be done outside of the courtroom.
It should never be in the courtroom. But, like we just said, they make it their business.
Yeah.
These birth certificates and shit, oh, you ain't signed the contract, baby? Well, I'm sorry. That's what it is. Same with the marriage. Me and my family was talking, because we went to a birthday party, and we was talking about marriage and all these different type of shit, and we was having a conversation about marriage. And one person who had a failed marriage and then a failed engagement was telling other people that they need to get married. And I was telling them, like, why are you telling them that as if it's a working, healthy thing to do, while you yourself are a perfect example of how it could not work and how it could not work in multiple different ways. But again, people just tell people this is what's supposed to be. So if you ain't doing that, y'all ain't doing it right.
Yeah.
What?
Man, it's all sad, honestly, man.
It's sad, and that's why it's hard to not complain, because we live on a planet where this is what's happening, and we have to watch people who fail at something tell other people to do the same something with no difference.
Man,
That's
it's
sick,
tough,
man.
But even like, it's like, because I never went through nothing like this. Like, my parents didn't get like a divorce or anything. I wish they would have, but that's another story for another day. But I never went through nothing like that. So it would be weird. Like, I don't know nothing about it. And like, my shit with my daughter ain't like that, to where it's like, these are the days that you can see them.
Yeah, I know.
You need to have supervised this.
In the news the other day, there's one guy who went to supervised visitation to see his kid, killed him, the kid, and the person that was supervising the visitation.
I saw that.
Like,
that's a fucking shame. But it's people like him that make it where you say, well, and it'd be an armed supervised. Like, not only do this motherfucker need to be supervised,
they need to pat that motherfucker down for sure. It's like, hi, man, I just need to see my kid.
The whole time he playing with the kid, it's just a red dot on it. Like, nigga, you make the wrong move.
You make one move,
for real.
mister.
But like, yeah, man.
Give me a reason.
It's kind of how we be saying how people need to stop having kids.
Yes.
Because a nigga that would do this, man, you shouldn't have had more than one kid with this guy. I'm sorry, man. Fact. I feel like you should know, and I'm not blaming the person, bro, but I like kind of feel like you should know this nigga super crazy.
You have to know who you fucking.
Yeah, man.
Because again, man, let's be spiritual about it. We're connecting energies and taking and giving energies from people. Yeah. I watched this movie the other day, and it influences people to do the same thing. These two people met each other, they started talking, they said a few nice things, and then they went in a room and just whipped out their dick and started fucking. And I'm like Snoop Dogg said, ain't no loving good enough to get burnt while I'm up in it. It's like, I don't give a fuck about your passion, my nigga. You fucking a stranger who's willing to fuck you so fast and in such a public place. You gotta have the logic to protect you and her. I was watching Knocked Up.
Crazy,
perfect example. I was watching Knocked Up randomly the other night to go to sleep, and that's what happened in Knocked Up. They was having a drunken night, having fun. They went back to the room to fuck. They drunk. He was trying to get on the condom. She's like, hurry up, just put it in already. He's like, all right, fucking threw away the condom, fucked her, pregnant, and now these two have a kid who don't know each other.
I know, that's rough, man. I can say what I want about my baby mom. My baby mom can say what she want about me. Like, at the end of the day, I think I can safely say we both agree with, I at least don't feel like my daughter is in danger with you. And I really do hope to God you don't feel like she in danger when she would be. Like, it be, like you said, this nigga gonna kill the kids and everybody involved. It's like, God damn, yo. And she probably went to court like, I told you he shouldn't have been around him at all.
I told you he's crazy.
It's just too easy to have a kid. And like I've been saying, man, people need to not have kids, bro.
But listen, man, let's be honest, man, a little bit. It's Women's Month.
Shout
out
out
to these
them,
women.
man.
We love y'all.
Yeah.
And part of love is holding your loved ones accountable.
hold them hostage too, goddamn. But niggas
But I'm
is
saying,
crazy, man.
women have kids.
That is
They
true.
love to say this whole, it takes two.
That
No,
is true.
it take one.
That is true.
You to have a kid. There's plenty of time to fix this decision.
But see, this is one of those things where people try to act like you crazy for saying
And
this.
that's what I'm saying. Let's
and
be
that's
honest,
what annoys me about human beings.
Let's be honest.
Yes. Two
Again,
people do not have a kid.
It takes weeks
Yeah.
for you to...
Yeah.
Well, not weeks to get pregnant, but I think it does. You don't just fuck nut and be pregnant the next day. It takes a few weeks for that shit to do what they gotta do. And then when you find out you're pregnant from the reactions and shit you're having, there's still a little bit more time, right? But here's what I mean with that time. During that time, you should know who the person is. Hey, I'm pregnant. You finna keep it?
Commercialist. This nigga doing an abortion commercial.
Are you tired?
That nigga didn't start with birth control.
Ain't shit.
He didn't start with condoms. That
Because-
nigga went to the last resort. But honestly, you have a Plan B pill even.
Like, they know how much it costs. It's $50 nationwide. You can even call it the $50 pill, and people know what you're talking about.
Right.
Which means we need to. We're not barbarians, dog. We can fix some of our problems before they become greater problems. If you tell a nigga you pregnant and his next thing is like, well, you gonna kill it because I can't have a baby with you, you shouldn't have that baby.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. This
That's
person,
just true.
even if we can give a nigga some rope and say they'll change.
That's
He
true.
showed you in the beginning,
It's
his
true,
natural
man.
reaction is,
It's
I
true.
don't want to do this
Because
with you.
even if he turns out to be a great father, it was still a disservice to the child.
To the child.
Like, you literally took a gamble on someone's stance. And to me, I can't feel like you care about this kid.
Because you know the kid. You feel the kid. You grow the kid. So you think anything can be done with this kid. A father is on the sideline. Not able to get in the game
It's
until the
true.
motherfucker come out. So all he
true,
got to
man.
go off of is, I hope I love this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Nigga,
man.
when my lady was pregnant, right? Before my Adri came, I said to myself, I don't care about anyone. I hope she changes that. But then I did a self-evaluation. I said, my mother left 7 kids.
Right.
It is in me to not give a fuck about this kid.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I said to myself, I hope I love this motherfucker. When my daughter first came out, the first 2 to 3 nights, I didn't care about that motherfucker.
I respect it.
I held her one night. She was crying because we was having some feeding issues. And then when we finally was able to feed her correctly, and she ate, and I had to hold her and I burp her, and she went to sleep on my shoulder, I fell in love with her that night. It took 3 nights before I fell in love and said, okay, I do love the fuck out of you, and then it's just grown every fucking day since then.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
real
like
enough to say,
cried and shit when I fell in
I'm
love
real
with my
enough to
daughter
say,
and shit.
I felt everything a nigga who would cry felt in that
Right,
moment.
respect.
I knew in that moment I loved her. But
Yeah.
I'm real enough to say 2 days prior,
Right.
could care less.
Of course. Of course.
But again, that's my flaw.
Yes.
And I know myself.
Yes, exactly. And I understand that it's a flaw. And saying that it's a flaw and understanding that it's a flaw don't mean I love my daughter no
And then
less.
that
You
shit,
see what
nigga,
I'm saying?
I'm even okay with her mother and my daughter hearing this now because I've proved over these
Straight
years
up,
the level of love I
up,
have and will
straight
continue
up,
to have.
straight
That
up.
me not having it for 2 days don't mean shit.
Straight up.
Nobody, I can't fake it though. And I put that on my seed. If that ever come to be, Lord, take my soul. I vow to never